Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another match review, season 2 of Stumps and Sixes, where every cricket moment finds a voice. And today we have match day 2, UP Warriors versus Royal Challengers Bangalore. What a match it has been. Another nail biting finish. Sakshi, take us into it.
I just want to start by saying A Saal Cup Naam De. Like, what a match.
Uh-oh.
Like, totally, like, watching. I was shouting out for RCB and they did it so amazing. Like, again, it came down to that thriller of 5 runs from one ball, but I had full trust and believe in RCB that they would nail it today, and they did exactly. Like, I can't stop talking about Richa Ghosh today. She was so good there. And then, like, I feel me and Gershom should officially start predicting now because we are so good at it. Like, don't you think so, Gershom?
Definitely, but to be honest, I'm a little relieved now because since the fact that Sakshi was supporting Delhi yesterday, and we all know what happened to Delhi, and yesterday she had said she's supporting RCB, so I was a bit on the fence about that one. But honestly, just the way Asha bowled, I think was completely amazing. She's got some really very good flight to delivery. She made use of the boundaries as well. So yeah, all in all, I think yeah, Sakshi, I think our predictions are coming right. I feel like we're going to get a couple more right this season, and let's see how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think both of you made correct predictions, but also Gershom, you said that it would be another nail biter, and yes, it was right down to the very last ball. But yeah, the Bangalore boys come out on top. But Sakshi, with you, with your prediction
It's Bangalore
again, new
girls,
day, new
Garish.
team,
Yeah, it's
uh,
Bangalore girls, though.
the Bangalore girl as well. But then that's what I'm coming to. New day, new team once again. Who's it going to be tomorrow? Sakshi, are you now sticking with the team, or is it going to change once again tomorrow?
See, it's going to be RCB once and RCB forever. But just for the sake of saying and supporting like other players and motive, like just giving it up to those girls, I just have to just praise what remarkable performances they have been showing. So, like today, when I talk about today's match, like the bowling attack by Shogana was so good. Like she totally took my heart away. The bowl she bowls, it was too good.
I think it's just
Yeah,
too
that
good to
is
be true,
true.
Honestly, on the 17th over, in the first innings as well, there were two wickets that fell. And in the same 17th over, in the second innings, three wickets fell. So what actually the coaching staff is telling to the players in the strategic timeout, I honestly, I wish there were mics so we could hear what they're saying because apparently they're saying something right. It's really working out for both the teams. And just the way Asha bowled, just to touch up on what Sakshi said, just honestly really amazing. I think, she was given that one. She got a wicket of leg before wicket, and then it was overturned because it was reviewed, and she didn't just get disappointed or anything like that, and she came back and she took two more wickets in that over. Honestly, amazing. Just the sheer temperament that she has is very commendable.
Yeah. And I think to add on to that, not just that, 5 wickets is a massive thing, Asha.
Yeah,
Those performances, that performance reminds us a bit of Shami's performances during the World Cups, to see a player taking a fiver in one match.
yeah,
It's really,
yeah.
in a sense, incredible the way she has kind of essentially, she has been the player who's carried RCB to victory today. You could essentially say that. So I think
Definitely. I think
Bangalore
up
boy
until
and
the
Bangalore
17th
girl
over.
Bangalore
Yeah,
boy
yeah.
and Bangalore girl, I was just saying you guys have a specific player to thank, a very specific one today.
Definitely, and I'll tell you, up until the 17th over, I think UP was cruising. They were, just like how yesterday Mumbai seemed to be cruising, and then Delhi came back, and then Mumbai somehow got over the line. But in this just the same way, time and again, the IPL and the WPL has been proving to be such entertaining tournaments. Definitely. You can't they've long gone are the times where one or two matches in the tournament is thrilling. Now every match is thrilling. There's one or two matches that one-sided, and to have that kind of a impact just shows how much everybody wants to win, and secondly shows how good you need to be for 20 overs or 40 overs of the entire match. You just saw 2 overs, it swings to one side, and the 2 overs it swings to another side. So you just can never take your foot off the pedal. And this match too has been just the same example of it. And One more thing. Kudos to UP, I should say. They have a really long
Yeah.
batting lineup with Sophie coming in at eight. They still back themselves to hit a couple of big ones. But they should have listened to their captain. Players should have just calmed down a little bit. Maybe played around a couple more shots and then targeted probably. Shreyanka had a really bad day. Shreyanka, barring that 1-6 that he hit in the first innings, wasn't really that great throughout the match. And clearly she was targeted. Maybe a couple more shots in her over would have taken it down to single digit in the last over. Maybe would have made it so much more easier. But kudos to the RCB bowlers for pulling it back the way they did.
But even
Uh,
like I feel UP's bowlers were also like nothing short of good. Like when we talk about Dipti or being it
yeah,
Gaikwad, they also bowled some pretty good overs and took some huge wickets today. Like they were also totally good. It was just like
yeah,
not their day, but they did play
yeah.
really well today.
And I mean,
Yeah.
see, to win on Chinnaswamy while defending is honestly unbelievable. As I said even yesterday, you've seen 200s, 250s being chased down like it's nothing, and to come there and to defend, not even 150 odd, right? So that's kind of a great signs for RCB going in for the rest of the tournament. And yeah, great bowling performance by both the teams. I think the spinners were again the standout performers as they usually are in WPL. And Asha becomes the first Indian to take a fifer in a WPL, which is honestly just see, one more thing is fifer in a ODIs or a fifer in a test match is also great. But in a game where you get given just 4 overs to pick 5 wickets, which means at least you have one multi wicketed over, right? You're picking at least 2 wickets in one over,
Yeah.
which in itself is a game changer. And to do it
Plus in a
with
T20 format, it's a
especially
big deal.
exactly right, with just 4 overs you get, and to be able to single-handedly pick 5 wickets, that's half the side in like 4 overs, which is like 1% or 5% of the total overs given, and you're picking half the side. Clearly, very very good performance by Asha.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's almost scintillating to see that performance. And also a fun fact, that performance means that for the first time in the WPL, RCB have managed to defend a total that they have
My
set,
God,
which is a big thing
Recording in
when
honestly,
you
progress.
see that. So in that sense, it is I think, a massive fact to see that, and I think it's a big step forward for the team. But when we come to the batting side of
Recording
the things,
stopped.
we see about Meghana. She scored one of the two half centuries of the match. It was her maiden half century in the WPL. And then we also saw Richa Ghosh putting on a massive total of 62, which, if I'm not wrong, is the highest set in the by an individual player in a WPL tournament so far.
yeah,
So I think both of those performances combined, they played a massive role in contributing to the total that RCB set. And I think in that sense, it was a big performance by both of them, don't you think?
Like yeah,
absolutely,
like their
absolutely. And I think,
partnership, yeah.
yeah, please no, go ahead, Sakshi. I think no, ladies first. We're
I
in the
mean,
WPL.
yeah, like I also
So
feel like
one
their
second, one second,
partnership.
one second, one second, one second. He's saying ladies first because we are in the WPL. So would it
Yeah,
change
of
if we were
course.
in the IPL question? Would it change
I
if we
will
were in
Well,
the
take
IPL?
equality, guys.
no, I'm just saying, it's all about the ladies in the WPL. You've seen how all of them have been performing just amazingly. So it's just Sakshi's turn to shine now. So I'm just, let's Sakshi take the first one on this.
Totally. Fair enough. Fair enough.
But
Yes,
today,
Go
Sakshi.
ahead,
like I
Sakshi.
would say Meghna and Ghosh shined like quite good. Like they were so good. Like and their partnership was so valuable for the team. Like they did the perfect thing. They did the perfect knocks. They did the perfect shots and the perfect score. Not only individually but for the team. They gave it all
Absolutely.
today, and they were amazing. Like
Yeah, and I
and
think,
it was
see,
Richard's maiden 52. Like that's a huge deal
right,
for
yeah.
those two.
Congratulations to her. And I'll tell you one more thing. At one point, RCB looked like not getting, even a decent total on board, right? And it looked like it could have been totally one-sided. But thanks to some really big hits by Richa and some really, good batting by Meghna, I think they made sure that we got to at least a defendable total. At least it gave the bowler something to bowl at. I mean, if it was say 120 and you needed less than six. since the starting of the innings. There's not a lot of unless a miracle happens. I mean, the way Asha bowled, maybe that could have happened too, but it's not every day that you have it. So it went down to the wire, and every single run matters the most. And if you can imagine, Shreyanka hit the six of the last ball. Right, I mean, or she got a six in the last over. So you at that point you never understand the importance of single run, and but kudos to all the batsmen, especially Richa and Megan, as you said,
Megha.
for making sure that RCB got a commendable score on the board.
Yeah. But while we are on the topic of RCB's batting, we look at the two big names, Priti Mandana, and then there was Elise Perry. Both of them had pretty, we'll say, dull score lines. Both of them departed very early for what one would expect them to do. Smriti Mandana going for just 13, Perry going for just 8. So, I mean, do you think that that also somewhere would have impacted the way RCB took on the game moving forward,
Definitely,
Darshan?
and I'll tell you what. See, in terms of Smriti Mandana, it's not just this game. If you see her form even the international circuit, she's not been able to replicate her, the purple patch that she once had. She was known as the next big thing in the Indian women cricket, but she's not been able to replicate it. And Ellis Perry, on the other hand, she's just coming off a Test series. If I'm not wrong, she was in the Test series squad in Australia. So it's see unlike the men's game, test cricket is something these players are getting accustomed to do now. There's not a lot of test tours going around. So they not really, take some time to maybe shift from one format to the other. And, Smriti, again, coming back to Smriti, she's not been able to get going in the power play as well. And, the fact that she's gotten out 6 times in the 9 matches she's played. And the fact is, see, the intent is right. She's trying to get enough runs on the power play. We saw yesterday's match how Delhi couldn't get enough runs, and how it affected them in the later on in the innings. So the intent is good, and see, both of them are class players. And if going by the law of averages, if they're not playing 2 matches, you can bet your money, you can bet your last penny that they're going to come good in the next match. So never say never. Hoping for the best for the next match.
Yeah,
Like Smriti's
that's very true.
wicket was surely a heartbreak. Like I expected her, like she'll totally come out and give sixes here, fours there. Like she even started hitting off and she hit that six and
Right.
she hit that four. I was totally moved. Like now Smriti is going to come back and show everyone what RCB is, what Smriti is. But then yeah, like she didn't manage to do it today, but I'm sure she'll do amazing in the upcoming matches to come.
Yeah,
Definitely, and
so
guys,
yeah,
I need to get some comments from both of y'all regarding the atmosphere at Bangalore. I don't want to answer that one because I feel like I'd be a little bit biased. But what do you all think? Just and there's a couple of songs as well I heard. Just adding on to what I was my question. A couple of very trendy songs that probably y'all haven't heard, but it's trending a lot on Instagram in Bangalore. It's on every reel, and you might have heard it, Moye Moye. I don't know if y'all have heard it, but there's a
yeah.
song that goes around. So, just great atmosphere. So, your comments on that.
Yeah. I think the atmosphere at the Chinnaswamy Stadium has been great, and I think it is to quite an extent massively motivating for the players as well to play in front of a huge crowd that the men's teams are used to playing at. And in terms of if we are talking about the growth of the WPL, to see that the stadiums are getting such sort of engagement, the teams are getting such sort of engagement in terms of physical viewership, and I think that would in turn also translate into the online viewership as well. I think it's more than just the energy that the crowd is bringing there. It's also vital that one must see how big this is for the growth of women's cricket in India and
Like
internationally as well.
exactly. I want to get on that. Like crowd at RCB, like the most loyal fan base ever, of course. Like when I started watching, like when I just start turned on the TV, I could see like they were shouting so loud that Smriti even couldn't talk in the mic. Like it was crazy, and crowd also makes a huge difference, and it's a very big factor for teams playing and getting in the game. Like, of course, you RCB did have an edge over that factor in UP today. Like, surely UP couldn't handle that pressure of the crowd as well. Like RCB and Bangalore's energy for them is next level something.
Guys, you won't believe me. I When I'm in Bangalore, I stay like 4 kilometers away from the stadium. And when there's an IPL match, I can hear them at my house, inside my room. That's unreal. That's honestly unbelievable. Not honestly trying to be really unbiased here, but I mean, I've been to Wankhede too, and they have a very good atmosphere as well. But as Sakshi said, absolutely, I think UP women felt the heat. They absolutely did, and see, there's certain things that you don't see on camera. Fielding
Yeah.
at the boundary and stuff like that. You have them coming at you, and you can't blame it. That's just the crowd trying to back their team, and and for players who have not been accustomed to seeing such huge crowds, it can clearly get under your skin, and maybe that probably in the 17th over, to be precise, I think the captain was clearly asking him to calm down. But given the atmosphere and given how Asha too was clearly, very, giving it her all and shouting and screaming and running, and
Like today,
you can,
I can just
please, yeah,
remember Asha doing this. Like
yeah,
it
the
was so
celebration
good.
too.
I would
We should
I
really,
could watch it
I really
hundred
would
times
like to
on
know what
repeat.
it means.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
but it was
it
fun
was
to
an
watch.
interesting celebration. And
Yeah,
on that term, just how the players try and draw energy from the crowd. And it's not
yeah,
just in cricket, but overall across sports, I think this
absolutely,
was how the crowd can give the home advantage that we hear of. And as I
absolutely,
mentioned, to see it coming in as a factor in women's cricket in WPL, I think it's a massive, massive step forward when you look at
absolutely,
it in that perspective.
Yeah, like as a girl, it feels really good to see how the world and the
absolutely.
crowd is supporting women's sports now. Like something very nice of a feeling for a woman, I feel.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's long due, honestly, for women's cricket.
Yeah.
There's a lot of comments about how it's not the same thing, but it definitely isn't. It's a whole different ball game. I'll be honest with you. See, how many times have you seen in a men's game the last 3 overs and the death overs being bowled by spin, right? And how many
Yeah.
times have you seen it being defended? Just kudos to the way RCB played. They have just it's kind of contrary. Bangalore this side in the men's team weren't able to get a good spinner in their 11, and RCB in the women's team have a left arm off spinner, a right arm leg spinner, a right arm off spinner. They have all bases covered. So just clearly just great planning and playing to their strengths. So just amazing. And see, one more thing, just yesterday we were talking about what Delhi could have done differently in the last ball to not get hit for a six. They should take some lessons from the RCB bowler. She clearly bowled it wide enough. She couldn't get under the ball. Clearly mistimed it, and went for. And she knew. See, she couldn't get a boundary, and that's all that mattered. And RCB bowlers knew it. They could take a double, they could take a triple, but they needed a boundary to either draw it or win it. So that's something probably Delhi could have taken a lesson out of RCB's bowlers today.
I think
One thing
Delhi will be watching
also,
with a great intent of how RCB's bowlers have managed that. I'm sure that will be something that Delhi will actually look at from a strategic point of view. But yes, sorry, Sakshi, you were saying something.
no, but also to mention UP, they were good. Like they did not manage to do well with the bat, but they were okay with the ball. But they were very good with the fielding today. Like RCB did have some drop catches, some drops out there, but UP managed to field amazingly today. Like wherever they
Yeah,
could save runs, they did,
yeah,
and they did it
absolutely.
amazingly.
Yeah.
And I think, see,
And
90% of the time it was UP's game. From ball one, RCB never looked to be in the picture. Just all thanks to, see, we've already touched upon it, but you cannot downplay it. Just how amazing Asha was. Her middle name is Joy, and I found it out today. I thought she was just Asha Sobana, but she's Asha Joy Sobana, and thanks to her, the entire RC Bangalore is going to be joyful today. Just thanks to that one Joy and 5 wickets she's picked. So great bowling. So until then, it was UP's game. They played amazing cricket, and you could see the UP captain also clearly telling them to calm down. We've got this, and they had such a deep batting lineup that goes until the 10th wicket, and chasing a mediocre score like 140 odd or 150 odd should have been easy, but just clearly just the brilliance of the spinners of the RCB bowling lineup.
yeah,
Same like when we
and
talk
not
about
just
the
that, we
UP's.
talk about the sorry, Sakshi,
No, when
you
we
can go ahead.
talk about the UP's captain, like RCB's captain, I would like to say like Smriti as a captain, like we have seen in the previous WPL season. But today, not only individually not playing well, but she was the one force that which kept the team going to hit some good runs and play so well, maintaining that atmosphere, leading them and like taking them forward to such a great victory is like also very commendable of her, like as a captain. That is something
Yeah.
she should be praised about today.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that
and one more
brings
thing,
a huge improvement from last
yeah.
season as well, in a way. I
Surely,
think
yeah.
in that sense, that is a major improvement she can say that she's made over the course of the season from last season to year on.
Like
And as you
winning
said,
only
I think, yeah,
two
she can
games,
be really proud of herself for that.
winning only two games last year and then coming back to winning the first game with such a banger. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
totally commendable.
Sakshi, I'm gonna quote you from yesterday's episode. Seedhi baat no bakwas. RCB today was just seedhi baat no bakwas. So and one more thing to touch upon Sakshi's point of how good Smriti's captaincy was. There was this one point right when there was a left-hand right-hand combination when Deepthi came in and Kemnar was batting and she was a right-hander and a left-hander. Smriti made sure Ellis Perry ran from the entire offside to the entire leg side, and this shows how she's making sure that she's leaving no stone unturned because she wants her best fielders in the most strategic positions, and this shows how much homework she's done. This shows she knows where the ball's going to go. This shows that she's planned everything from where the ball's going to be bowled and what might the shots be played and what kind of fielder I want. I mean, it didn't really work out though. They got two boundaries in the gap. Clearly, great batting by Kemnar. She's a Manipuri state player. I've had the opportunity to see a couple of her matches when she's played for the domestic circuit in India, and she's just one amazing talent, and the way she was be able to pick those gaps of Shanka Patil, if I'm not wrong, she got like two fours or three fours in that 18th over, which kind of relieved the pressure that was put by Asha. But again, RCB came back well. But the point is that Smriti is making sure she has the best fielders at the right places, and that shows how much of she's learned from last year's losses, and it bodes well for her, bodes well for the entire team going through the season this year.
Yeah, and I think when we talk about the fielding of RCB, aside from that, we can also factor in the keeping that Richa Ghosh did. It was
Totally.
phenomenal. I think there were a few stumpings in there as well. I think overall, you have to just commend how good she was in that role. She took on a very important role, obviously, and I think she performed very well in that role, in my opinion. It was a really good performance.
Totally, totally
Ab- ab-
agreed.
Absolutely, and just to add on to it, I'll tell you what. That one stumping that she got, I think it was Asha's last wicket. That one
Yeah.
stumping kept really low. The ball kept really low, and initial for the initial sighting before the replays were played, I actually thought she caught the ball in front of the stump. And that would be considered dead ball, and she wouldn't be given out. But great take, and she was off balance, and she made sure to take the wickets off, and yeah, just great keeping as well. The fielding, though, I wouldn't give them a lot of harsh words for it because honestly, as we spoke about, the crowd's just been amazing. The crowd's been absolutely, berserk, and sometimes even though you're playing the home team, the pressure gets to you. So, and a couple of drop catches were from Shayanka. Shayanka is a very young athlete who's just been coming into the scene. So I wouldn't make much of it. I would definitely expect them to come back harder and stronger next match. So yeah,
Hmm. I think that was an important factor in the match. I think overall she is a good fielder, but then you just look at how well she's gone into this role, and she's done really, really well. And yeah, I think that's changed the course of the match in the sense. I think, as we said, I think once again everything, in my opinion, comes back to Asha. She really, really played a massive role in helping defend the total. But
absolutely.
then yesterday, Sakshi was quick to call, am I lucky for managing to snatch the win on the last ball? Sakshi,
She
would you
dare not
today
call
say
RCB
that?
lucky today. She dare not
No,
call
no,
RCB lucky.
absolutely not. Like after those
So,
Amazing batting by Richa, Meghna, and then Sugana, like cherry on the top. How am I to call them lucky?
Yeah.
okay,
Pure
so
skill. Pure.
would you say that it is the opponents who are unlucky today? Would you say that?
No, it's
Because you
just
said
pure
that
luck.
the team
No, no, it's
choosing
pure.
yesterday were lucky.
Nine, 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 nine. I said pure skill. Sorry, slip of the tongue, but it's just pure skill. Okay, see, Delhi couldn't defend 5 of 1. We did. Take that, Delhi.
Okay, okay. So basically, we now have beef. We have the Bangalore boy and girl openly challenging Delhi here.
No,
So,
no, don't call me and Sakshi Bangalore boy and girl. Sakshi is every day she's changing. One day she's Delhi, today she's RCB, tomorrow
No,
God knows who plays. I'm RCB all the way. Either if not, I'm completely not taking sides. Only with RCB I'm being a little bit biased. Otherwise, I'm not supporting anybody. So
when it's RCB, it's RCB. Like it is RCB forever though. But
right.
just how like I want to support all of them, like all of the women playing amazing cricket out there. I just want to give them all my love. Like that's all.
Yeah, I think Sakshi's just happy women's cricket is growing, and why not? She should be. Absolutely great scenes for women's cricket and in the whole. But yeah, just amazing scenes.
so yeah, it's an amazing
But
scene.
not only women cricket
I
is
kind of had a plan of going after Gershom today, but
same, same.
you got lucky by 2 runs, so I can't really go
Yeah,
after you. So I mean,
I'm
RCB
very
saved
joyful.
you today.
I'm
Ah,
very
okay.
joyful. I hope you get it. Very very
I
joyful.
got the pun. I got the
Yeah,
pun. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you can rub it
So
in. You can enjoy your bragging rights
well,
today.
see, guys, let's be
We'll
honest
meet.
here. Yeah, we as RCB fans, we don't get a lot of chances to do this. Okay, so
That's
Exactly.
sad.
let us have our time, man. And not to speak before, but seeing the 11 or the squad that RCB the men's team have got, uh, I, I I don't know what to say. So at least this time, I think the WPL at least and even as Indian fans, we're not having a really great last few years, and add on top of that I'm an RCB fan. Not a lot of bright spots. So let me have this one, guys, please.
You can have it though. I think it would be truly comical if RCB did manage to win the WPL before they did win the IPL. I think if that happened, that would be comical. It would be
Like
Yeah,
hilarious in my opinion.
I'm just waiting for 22nd March, guys. Like it's going to be big. It's going to be amazing.
you know what we say in
Yeah.
Bangalore, Arish, women first, ladies first. So that's just it. We're just very gentlemanly that way. That's it.
Okay.
Oh, gentlemen in
We'll see
Gershom.
about that. Yeah, and obviously RCB winning the opening match wasn't something that we all saw happening. But then, as I said, you were beefing with Delhi a few minutes ago, and you'll be playing them on the 29th of Feb. So we'll see then who's going to come out on top.
Who's Sakshi supporting then is my question.
Of course,
We'll have
RCB,
to see
guys.
that.
Okay. So
I mean,
But
we'll
I'll
come to
still
know
be,
on that day. By
I'll have,
that time, we don't know who else she's ended up supporting. So we'll see
yeah.
then. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, tomorrow it is Mumbai Indians, the defending champions. They come in once again. They step in and they are faced with Gujarat Titans in the field tomorrow. So, since both of
Giants.
you were the prediction king
Men,
and
you need
queen
to forget
yesterday,
IPL and get to WPL. It's Gujarat Giants here, not Titans.
oh, my bad, my bad. So yeah, I've been exposed by the Bangalore girl here. So
Yeah,
yes, it's
she,
Gujarat
she's
Giants.
she's a
My
really
apologies.
passionate about women's cricket, Arish. You need to really be careful about getting the teams and the players' name right. Even
Yes,
yesterday in the last episode, I got a couple of names wrong, and Sakshi had it for me. So let's
yeah,
just make sure
yeah.
that we don't offend
Yeah,
Sakshi
so
especially. But yeah,
we are Sakshi on our backs here. So yes, Mumbai Indians versus Gujarat Giants, and they are going to be playing in tomorrow's match. So hopefully all of you guys will tune in to tomorrow's post-match analysis. And an interesting fact: last time the WPL, just before we end off, it happened in Mumbai. Mumbai Indians won the edition. Gresham, will you hope that Bangalore have a similar kind of luck
With all
this
my
time
heart
around?
and all my soul and all
Gershom,
my
let's just
life.
say that together on the count
Now,
of
please.
three.
Okay.
One,
All my life, all my I
I
are you?
Okay,
okay.
three, two, one. You guys go together.
No, no, it's
Three,
just not
two.
with the not with my really bad internet, guys. Really sorry. Just not going to work out for me this time. But absolutely, I just hope so, man. Like, what can you do as a cricket fan, right? You just hope that your team wins, and just like every other cricket fan, I hope RCB make it. So yeah.
Yeah, hopefully for
Yeah, so
you
let's
guys.
just say it, Gershom, on the count of three. One, two,
Okay,
and
fine.
three.
Let's try.
Yeah, one, two, and three. A saal cup
La Cup
naam de.
Namde.
Mm.
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't know if you
like
got it
yeah,
right. Say
why?
it again. Let's just see if you got it right. I just want to see if you got it right.
You know, Karnid, not me.
Yeah. It's E Sala Cup Namde. Yes, and E Sala definitely Cup Namde. Let's go.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for being with us tonight. And it was a pleasure having you on for the second episode of Stumps and Sixes. Thank you to all our viewers for tuning in
But
tonight. You can go on to our socials on Instagram and Twitter for further updates. And we'll see you tomorrow for Mumbai Indians versus Gujarat Giants tomorrow. Thank you.